Calling all garlic lovers, today's recipe is just for you. I'm going to show you how to make a super easy skillet dinner, creamy garlic chicken. Hi, my name's Christina. I'm with eatingonadime.com. Welcome to my sister Carrie's kitchen. My sister Carrie and I are on a mission to teach real families how to eat real food at home on a budget. And we love all sorts of recipes. If you've been watching us for a while, you know that we love our crock pots. We're obsessed with our crock pots, but we love a quick and easy skillet dinner as well. And the number one ingredient that we love, without a doubt, is garlic. I'm going to link today's recipe, creamy garlic chicken, in the description below, as well as all the tools and everything I'll be using. So if you have any questions on anything I'm using in today's video, make sure you check out that description first. So first, we're going to make the breading for the chicken. I had to laugh because last time I said batter and I wanted to say it again, but I think it would be called the breading. So first, we're going to start with a cup of all-purpose flour. You're going to put it in a shallow bowl. And you want it nice and shallow so that you can dip the chicken breast in them and coat them well with this mixture. So start out with a little flour, then a teaspoon of salt. We are using Himalayan pink salt today, but you can just use regular table salt, whichever you prefer. Then flip that serving spoon over, and we're going to do a teaspoon of Italian seasoning blend. Now, if you cannot find this Italian seasoning blend at your local grocery store, I'm going to link our homemade recipe below. It's super easy to make at home. But most places, I think, sell it now. And then just a little bit of black pepper. We're going to do a half a teaspoon. And just stir to combine all those together. Once all the fat is trimmed off, you want to take a chicken breast and lay it flat on your cutting board. And then I take one hand and I hold it on top of the chicken to hold it next to the cutting board. And then you take the knife and you're just going to run it in between the chicken to cut it into two skinny chicken breasts. That's the goal. It makes them cook quicker and makes it more tender when cooking in the skillet. Just going to fillet these. And you just want to continue that process until they're all filleted. So I wanted to show you up close because this can be intimidating if you're new. Just hold the chicken down with one hand and then run that knife through it to form two chicken. Then take your chicken pieces and we're just going to coat it in the flour mixture. And I'm just putting it on a plate for now to set aside, so we can take it over to the skillet. You don't need like a ton because we're not deep frying this. So you want a ton of the breading when you're deep frying it. But this, we're just really adding a nice crunchy exterior. So we just need a little bit. And the liquid from the chicken itself will be enough to get it to stick to the chicken. So I just lay it in there and kind of tap it to get the flour to stick. And then if you see any bare spots, I just kind of fill it in with the flour. But try hard not to overthink it. Heat olive oil in a large skillet over medium-high heat. I'm going to start with about 2 tablespoons and then check as we brown the chicken to see how much more is needed. Once that oil is nice and heated through, add the chicken to the pan, and we're going to brown the chicken on both sides. It'll probably take about 3 to 5 minutes to get it nice and browned on both sides. So once that chicken is nice and browned on one side, just like that, that's perfect. Go ahead and flip it, and we're going to let it cook on the other side. Now, to get the color on the chicken, it's best when you turn it just to let it set and try not to move it around. And you might have to cook in batches just depending on the size of your pan and your chicken. This one's pretty good. They're all fitting perfectly, so it should work great. While the chicken's browning, we're going to get the garlic ready. So we're going to need 10 cloves of garlic. And this is a whole bulb of garlic. The cloves are the little things inside. So to get access to those, cut off the ends on the bulb. And sometimes it can be hard, and that's normal. Just get rid of both of these ends. Try not to cut your fingers. That's the advice I got from the lovely IT guy. So I'll pass that on to you. And then they have peels on the outside, but then they're each peeled individually. So you want to bust those out. Sorry. It can be a messy process. Get all the little cloves. So this is what a clove is inside of the bulb. Don't use 10 of these big bulbs or you're going to have a lot of garlic. Now we want to peel each one of the individual cloves because if you look closely, they have a peel on them as well. We've peeled garlic a ton and we found that this little thing from Amazon is the best. It came with our garlic mincer and it's amazing. You stick the garlic clove in there. It's best not on the cutting board so it can grip, and you gently just roll it with your fingers. And I like to get it to the palm of my hands actually. And you can hear that peel crunching off. You take it off and it's very easy to pop that peel off the garlic clove. I say that and of course that one's being sticky, but he came right off. Continue this process until 10 of these are peeled. Once the other side of the chicken is nice and brown, we're going to remove it from the pan to a separate plate while we prepare the sauce. Go ahead and drain off this excess grease, but don't worry about scraping the brown bits off the bottom because we're actually going to scrape that into the sauce and it's going to be great. So just gently drain off any fluid from the pan. Then add 3 tablespoons of butter to the pan and reduce the heat down to medium-low. Add in your 10 garlic cloves. We're going to let this butter melt. I like to move it around like this to help it melt faster. And we're going to let this garlic cook uncovered for about 5 minutes until the garlic is starting to brown. Once the butter is melted, use a spatula and just scrape up anything from the bottom of the pan because it's going to add flavor into that sauce. While the garlic is cooking, we're going to make the sauce. So first, in a mixing bowl, add 2 cups chicken broth, 1 teaspoon soy sauce, 1 teaspoon onion powder, and 3/4 cup heavy cream. Stir to combine all these ingredients. So what you're looking for is the garlic to be browned and you'll really be able to smell it. It should smell amazing in your house. Then add in 3 cups all-purpose flour. And we're just going to cook this for a little bit because now we're going to make a roux. And that flour is going to thicken it, but you want to cook it first so that it doesn't have like a super chalky taste to your sauce. I accidentally said 3 cups of flour. It's 3 tablespoons of flour. So don't do cups. Sorry about that, friends. Make sure you check that recipe linked in the description. Now we're going to add that mixture that we whisked together slowly. I'll just add a little bit and stir it in, and you want to bring it to a low boil. And this is a great time to continue to scrape up those brown bits because it's going to add a lot of flavor to that sauce. Just continue to add it in. So as you stir it in, you'll see the sauce begin to thicken and thicken, and that's normal. Once all the mixture is added to the pan, stir it, and we're going to bring it to a low boil. Don't leave it because we don't want like a royal boil or that cream might curdle. So just watch the pan. Once it starts to bring to a low boil, add the chicken back. You just want to submerge it into the sauce. Ooh, it already looks good. So we're just going to submerge this in the sauce, reduce the heat. We're going to cover it and then reduce the heat to low and let it just cook for a few minutes to heat that chicken back through because it's cooled off a bit since we removed it from the pan. Ooh, look at that. It's been sitting for about 5 minutes and that sauce is nice and thickened and the chicken's warmed through. And that's it. It's ready to serve, friends. Now, when I serve it, I like to top it with a little bit of parm. Oh, I put it too far out of the shot, but it's here. I'm using grated parm today, but you could use freshly shredded parm if you prefer. Just use whatever you have on hand. It adds a nice little flavor to the chicken. And now it's time for my favorite part, serving. Ooh, I love it. The best part about this recipe is it's really versatile. This would be great over noodles. It would be great over mashed potatoes, even rice, whatever side, and also just as is because The sauce makes it very filling, so you could just serve it with some of your favorite veggies and drizzle the sauce over the vegetables, and it would be amazing. Let me know in the comments below what you would serve it with. What's your favorite thing? I kind of lean towards the pasta because it's the creamy garlic. It kind of has the Italian flavors. But I'm curious what you guys would prefer. All right, let's try this chicken. I can't wait. That garlic is amazing. And I love the crispy outside of the chicken from coating it with flour. It is so delicious. I got to go in for another bite. Thank you so much for joining me today in my sister's kitchen. Don't forget, I've linked today's recipe in the description below so you can make it at home. And when you make it at home, please go to the recipe itself and leave us a review and a comment because we love hearing from you guys, and it's the easiest and the cheapest way to support us. Also, if you enjoyed today's video, please do not forget to like and subscribe so you never miss another one of our easy family-friendly meals. All right, friends, I'm out of here. I got some chicken to eat. I will see you guys next time in my sister's kitchen. Bye, friends.